Maybe that sack's gonna bust, huh? So Cap had all this old broken concrete over here at this house. You got more back here in a big pile in this chicken pen. And then we're gonna use it to mix fresh concrete around and make some more erosion control out there at the beach. Wow, they want a wildcat, huh? That joker just dropped out of nowhere. Yeah. So there's big pieces back there in that. This is gonna be a good help. He's been wanting me to get it for a while, asking if I wanted it, but I didn't want it sitting there until we were ready to use it.
Wait.
Got it? Well, I want to tell you a story here. Story about this sink. So it's not a problem with the sink itself. And yes, I've never finished the kitchen here. I'll do that when rainy season comes. I always tell you, we do what works best with the time we have. And right now, it's dry outside and it's time to get the work done out there. When rainy season returns, we'll be back in and we can build these pieces in the garage and bring them up here and install them. So for the critics and the cynics and all my friends at the methadone clinic, Kid Rock, that grease trap right there, I am absolutely unhappy with it. You cannot clean it enough to keep it from stinking. You can literally clean it out and the next day it's already smelling like fermentation of goo in there. The lid does not seal tight. It's got a rubber gasket, but it just does not seal tight. The fumes come out, they stink. I have to open everything up and let the air blow through, which luckily it's been really breezy. When she gets over there cleaning dishes and all like she did just then, it is, and water starts passing through that grease trap. It is not good. And I can't have this sink without the grease trap. That pipe inside the slab, I don't want it clogged up with everything that's getting caught in that grease trap. When we clean that grease trap, it is horrendous fast in there. It's just, I don't know. It's different than what I'm used to, but a lot of food gets put in the sink. A lot of stuff, no matter what we try to do. She keeps a plastic bin down here low to try to put like scraps and peels and coffee grounds and everything else in. That, Melinda's making a concerted effort, but I've had the niece that's probably listening to me here right now dump a whole mess of rice and everything down the sink. Just clean the whole rice pot out. They probably had a good 2 or 3 cups of rice left in it, in the sink, and the whole upper drain and the lower drain and everything just be jam-packed full of rice. Because where they've grown up over in their households, the pipe for the sink just goes outside. There's no P-traps, there's no anything. You just dump everything down the sink, it shoots outside. The local chickens and the dogs and the cats clean everything up, and you have this big gooey, ooey, stinky, smelly soil and wet spot, black gray spot on the ground where they've grown up. Just telling the truth. And Melinda, it makes a concerted effort to keep the food out. Sometimes she too peeled some mangoes the other day and she left it all laying in the bottom of the sink. But just in general, the grease and the food stuff and all. So I would blame most of it on the grease trap. But if it's sealed, it would definitely be better. But if I let all that stuff just go through this drain pipe in the slab and all, I could really see that drain pipe clogged up in a short amount of time with just so much fats and oils and everything. So I can't remove it. So I'm going to try to find a better gasket for it. But it's a mess to clean that grease trap too. I'm not going to deny. You open up that lid, woo, your house is going to stink. So with all of that being said, let me tell you about maybe what some of you don't know, and I'm going to inform you and tell you about it. And I'll say this right now. I miss just having the outdoor kitchen here. I wish we didn't even have this indoor kitchen. Flat out and simple. Wish it did not even exist here in the tropics and the life here. Outdoor kitchen is king. It is absolutely king. So we had the outdoor kitchen out here, and that was those plastic cabinets that came out of the old house, which we didn't build or buy those. My late brother-in-law from Sweden did, and we bought him out over there all his things. So we had repurposed that stuff down in our garage while we lived in there, while we built the house here. Then we brought that up here and used it for this outdoor kitchen. And I knew the sun is going to eat those cabinets up. You know, just the UV rays, it's going to eat them up. And those things aren't cheap either. They're kind of really pricey. So I decided when we built the cantina, we would take all of that plastic cabinet sets and that granite, which here they call granite, countertops and all, and we would take it down to the cantina. I thought, okay, we're going to have the kitchen here now, we'll have the cantina down there. So maybe I don't even need this out here. But we robbed it all out. It literally took an hour, you know, and it was all down there. It was because we set up the cantina for all of it to fit in perfect like it did originally over in the house. So we just had a null and void spot up here. Now I built this to have us a little outdoor kitchen and grilling area up here for our own personal use, not for a business. This is our home level up here, and that I may, you know, have friends or family that I just want to hang out with up here, and we do things up here like we have for a long while. So I said, you know what, I have got to have that outdoor kitchen out here again. It is just a must. I'm tired of this mess in here all the time. I really loved having the outdoor kitchen. Of course, in a modern home, you know, you're expected to have a kitchen inside the house, right? That's how it's supposed to be, you know. And I can definitely see that where you got a lot of different climates, hot, cold, rainy, snowy, icy, all that. Nobody wants to be out in freezing water outside doing dishes. But that isn't the situation. We're in the tropics. And so any of you that haven't moved here yet, you're going to have to kind of realize a dirty kitchen is what they call it here in the Philippines, and a dirty kitchen is life. But this is beyond just like a dirty kitchen up here. It really is. So let me look at something here. Yeah, this is beyond a dirty kitchen. It's nicer than a dirty kitchen, but it's an outdoor kitchen, and it's really all we ever needed. Just really being honest on that. So I've had it all pulled out, and it's just been empty void here for several months, and you guys probably haven't even known it. Somebody recently asked, how many kitchens do you have? Well, we have the cantina, but the cantina is business. That's not like for our home. That's for her, you know, cooking the guests breakfast and serving drinks to them. You know, they buy waters, juices, beers, you know, all that kind of stuff down there. That's business. That's like a little cantina bar and grill, you know. So that doesn't have to do with our home. And we can't be running back and forth constantly down there to, you know, cook something or do something. We have our separate life upstairs up here. So 2 kitchens, the one inside the house and the cantina, but the cantina is business. So this one hadn't existed, and I don't think they realized that. So I know it's a lot of explanation, but it's food for thought for any of you that are going to be building. Package. So that old sink and that old stuff out of the house did not actually fit super good up here too. It was like we couldn't fully utilize the space, and we had to kind of jam some of it up and around, and we made it work before. But we're going to pour concrete countertop in here and then overlay it And I went to City Hardware. I bought this one big sink. It's one big area and a drain board. Didn't cost a whole lot. I think it was 2,000 and something pesos for it. And we had farm wood left over, so Mike just started on this, him and Francis, yesterday up here. And we're to the following morning right now. And they got everything set, drilled in, put all their steel, formed all this up yesterday. They're finishing up some steel and about to pour it. This will be where our opening is for our sink. And the thing is, the sink was over here before, and the way that bar top extends out, it really messes you up on your faucet. It's flat over here. We don't have that problem. So we're going to move the sink over here. This is like a super easy deal right here. Put a piece of 16 across here, make it really strong in the front. Piece of 16 across the front over there. And he's getting the rest of his steel tied off right now. And we're going to cast this. And then we have this drain pipe that comes down that we couldn't, you know, without cutting up the old countertop and all, get around it. And we had a lot of wasted space. It's going to be very nice now. We already had a faucet setting here for a long time in a box here that we can put to use, so it didn't have to go buy a faucet. The sink comes with the whole drain set up and everything, and the strainer, it's included. So we already have our hot and cold water and our sink drain down here. And this particular drain here just goes direct out, and we have clean outs to it. It's outdoors. That it's plugged up out here before too, but it's super easy to get to and to clean out. It's not going to be like something down through the slab, you know. So that's another big benefit of having it out here too. You can get all the food smells out of the house. I'd almost feel like the kitchen inside is just because that's what's expected, you know, but it's really not needed. Really not needed. Of course, if you ever want to resell the, you know, sell the place or something, not resell, but sell the place, a new buyer probably would expect, hey, where's the kitchen in the house? But honestly, we didn't need it. Honestly, that could have been just a big old huge dining area. We're going to use that little one burner gas stove out here quite a bit. Usually all we're using on the stove at a time anyway. It's one burner. We got that little one burner stove. It'll get set back down on the counter out here. And meanwhile, down here at the pool area, I've got them chipping out some of that old concrete from the pond down low where it's still sticking up down in there. We cleaned that all out really good yesterday. I've got them chipping the walls in there. Let's see, you can probably see Ding down in there working on it right now, right there. Yeah, got them chipping that off. It's got that Flexi Seal on there. Now, not like Flexi Seal like that stuff you see on TV in the United States. This is the Nippon Paint brand sealer waterproofing. So we're chipping that off so we can get a good bond to that old pond in there. And we'll get it all shaped up and start working on that here pretty soon. Now, if you're wondering why I'm jumping down to the pool thing right now and we're not finishing out completely on these rooms, you see this weather, we've not really had like a normal year where we've had this like really hardcore dry season. It's been dry, but we've got a different year that I figure storm season is going to show up early this year. And I want to jump in there and get this pool thing moving along before we start getting a whole lot of rains, and it's going to make it into a nightmare. So, you know, you grab the proper opportunity when it's a chance. And right now, I feel like I want to get in here and start setting all the steel. We've already been cutting out and putting in for where all of our jets are going, our returns, where our skimmers are going. We're going to be putting in the pool drains on the bottom, everything. And so we're trying to get all that set up right now, getting that cleaned up, getting everything leveled out. There's no stone in that?
Stone, sir.
Huh?
Stone.
Just small? Oh, okay, I see it now. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, those others are big. I heard them out there at that other stone. I said, man, that stone's too big for this. I was warning about that. There it goes. Mott's got it underway. He's got looking good too.
Yung nanay ng friend ko, nanay ng Pilipino.
Well, we're gonna go over here and get something to eat. Bill and I are, and we're gonna ride in high class in the luxury limousine right here, man, in the blue light district. Living life in the blue light district.
That helps, huh? That blue light. Does that help on the boat?
Yeah, yeah, it helps keep everybody calm and cool. Told Melinda, we don't want green with envy, and we don't want red with rage. We want blue and cool.
Just so you don't paint the walls pink.
That ain't gonna be happening. I thought pink is a new black, right?
I don't know. I think they're doing some of the prison.
Make sure she's got the brake off here. And
Well, unfortunately, I got a road that's so bad. I wanted to get one of these for them girls, but it's just too bad. So bad.
I don't drive this thing very often, so you hold on tight back there. Woohoo! Here we go.
Rock,